Hello, 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 and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, card creator, card reader, certified and licensed holistic personal trainer, medical astrologer. The list goes on and goes on and goes on. And I want to be the first one to wish you a happy new year in 2024. I'm excited to be here with you as always. Curious to know, how are you doing? How are you doing on this amazing day? 3 questions I usually like to ask is, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you being? May sound like the same question, but it really isn't. So sit with that for a little while and come back and let me know, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you being? Please let me know that you are here by commenting. Also, please share and like today's show, because that's what keeps us going, as I already shared it out as well. So please go ahead and share. Let me know that you are here. I can see the comments because I have my phone on as well. So if you are going to say hi to me, I'll say hi back at you as well. So I do want to just start off by thanking my partners who are supporting me in this year. Now, before I dive into that, I do want to let you know, if you don't know this already, that I am coming on my 5th year production with the show. This is the 5th year, January 20th to be exact. We will be celebrating our 5-year anniversary here, where I bring to you amazing guests like myself and others that bring you information to help you heal from within, because that's what it's really all about, is healing from within. So I want to thank my partners for helping me make this possible. So there's a little video flyer there. We have Joe Mockman, who's our personal development trainer. Then we also have Kitty Budaway Foss. She's a storyteller of astrology, reader of the stars. Last but not least, we have Tammy Moses. She's a podcast host and founder of The Hoarding Solution. So, and then of course you have me, the host of the show in itself. So I'm super excited again to be here. If you ever miss any of the episodes that take place here, know that you can always watch any episode on replay on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV. That's just to name some of the platforms. And of course you can listen to the show as well, for those of you who like to multitask. And some platforms are Spotify, iHeart Radio, Audible, and there's many others. Anyhow, again, I'm super excited to be here with you today. And today's topic, big topic for the day, the title is Appreciation, Success, Fame. What exactly does that all mean, appreciate, success, and fame? Well, we are currently in Capricorn season. Hello there, Anne. It's nice to see you with me today. And I know that Anne's a Gemini sun. Hopefully Anne's done her homework and she's gotten herself her astrology chart, and she can go ahead and play along with me here. And if not, it's never too late to go get that chart. Anyway, as we are in Capricorn season, the sun itself is in Capricorn. The sun, just in case you're not familiar, is basically what you are here to become. So whatever your sun sign is, that is what you're here to become. So for example, my sun sign is Pisces, which means I'm here to become that psychic medium, the intuitive, the healer, the nurturer, and always tying up those loose ends. And sometimes when my energy is a little lower or denser vibration, I may fall into some addictions as well. So that's my Pisces energy. Your ascending sign, which is your rising sign, that's the energy you'll walk into the room with, and that's what people pick up on. My ascending sign is Cancer, which means I like to be home. I'm family oriented. I'm a nurturer. I'm a healer. And I'm all about taking care of my body, my career, and of course my home. So get to know and understand what your sun, moon, and rising signs are, because you're not just your sun energy. I would like to, tap in, share with you a little bit about what's going on right now. Today is the 4th of January, and January is really a, shall we say, exciting month, because there's so many transitions happening in January, where we have certain planets getting ready to move into Capricorn, as we have certain planets getting ready to move out of Capricorn, and that makes a lot of transitioning happening for all of us. Now, I know for me, I'm very sensitive to whenever the energies are shifting. So last night, the planet Mars, which is a planet of energy, activation. It's a fire planet, so it means it gets us lit up and going. That planet made us transition out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn. And what does that all mean for all of us? Well, that just means guaranteed success. So anything that you're going to do while Mars is in Capricorn, and that will be until, just to give you an idea, and I encourage you to grab pen and paper to take some notes, that will be until February 13th. So we have this nice chunk of time that whatever it is you're looking to do, you have guaranteed success and it's going to work out for your highest good. And I say it that way because I want you to understand that there's things that we look to do that's our 3D energy, and then there's things that really serves us on our highest level. So anything that's going to be guaranteed success is based on your highest good. It's going to be based on your work that you're here to accomplish. Now, Capricorn's energy, just in case you're not familiar with, Capricorn is about your soul's work. It's about the hard work. And I don't like to use the word hard because that's a denser vibration. I'm going to say is your diligent work. So anything that you're working diligently in, know that there's definitely going to be a success pattern at the end of that. It's also about success, fame. It's about achievements. It's about recognition. So this is definitely a time where you're going to be recognized. People are going to literally reach out to you and say how much they appreciate all that you do for them. So be open to receiving that energy from whomever and whenever possible during this time. Now, that's only a chunk of the energy that we do have sitting in Capricorn. Of course, I'm not going to share it all right in the introduction. I'm going to keep you at the edge of your chair wanting to know more. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and shuffle our cards because, again, we are in a new year. January does carry that one vibration because it's the first month. The overall energy for January, including the universal energy, which is an 8, and that's about abundance in itself. This month carries a 9 frequency, which is about letting things go so we can transform. And we do have the help of our planets to do just that. If you become more and more familiar with your planets, you're going to understand how they help you to navigate on what you need to let go of, what you need to make space for, and how you are transforming in this new year. So if you are holding on to things from 2023 that's really not serving you anymore, this is the time to work on letting it go. So our card, and a perfect card it is, and you saw me shuffling the deck, it's about transformation. Yes, it is. I just said it. Transformation. That 9 energy, when we think about 9, because again, that 8 and 1 is that 9. It is about letting things go so you can transform. Now, let's talk a little bit about that chakra here, which is your solar plex energy, which is about trusting that you're on the right path, trusting and valuing yourself. So again, this is about your achievements and success. Now, I heard a funny story the other day really quickly where this whole process about manifesting. And many of us manifest things at a quick speed, and sometimes we don't manifest so quickly. And one of the reasons why we're not manifesting as quickly as we'd like to is the true factor of whatever it is you're looking to manifest. It may very well be attached to an inner child wound that you may be carrying with. So, for example, if you are looking to accomplish success during this year in itself, because that's that 8 energy, but yet you have a wound around success. Maybe you heard someone in your childhood, maybe you heard an adult say that being successful carries a denser vibration, and for you, you don't want to have that. That's something you need to heal so you can actually attract success. If you want to learn more about how to do that, I would love to help you. In about a few seconds, there'll be a QR code that you can connect to. Anyway, so that 9 energy is about letting go. Your word is transformation. So we're all in that process of transforming. In addition, your confirmation, your affirmation, connecting to your solar plex energy is going to be, I trust my transformational journey. I trust my transformational journey. And that's really what it is to trust that you're transforming in this beautiful 2024 energy of the 8 vibration. So with that being said, there is a flyer that I posted up that should be showing up any minute now that has all my information on it. For those of you who actually can scan the flyer, there is a QR code that you can scan if you want to schedule a a self-discovery session, if you want to go ahead and ask a question, or if you want to schedule a reading, go ahead and scan that QR code. And for those who are listening, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and when I get back, again, it's all going to be about the Capricorn season, about appreciation, success, and fame. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome. I'm Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your holistic integrative teacher, licensed personal trainer, Reiki master, published author, and card creator. Let me take you down a path of direct communication with the physical body in order to become more aware and in sync with your soul. I will help you to observe and understand the language of the body as it regards to the needs of the soul. Join me on this journey of great expansion and a unique experience. I will help you integrate your mind, body, and soul as you move forward on your journey. For questions, readings, and self-growth discovery session, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you just tuning in with me right now, if you're listening or watching wherever you are in the world, you are watching Joanne's Healing Within. And for anyone who's missed the first portion, you can always go back and watch on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, and some of the major platforms where you can listen to is some of my favorites, Spotify, Audible, or iHeartRadio. I always like to come back with the card of the day because I do find that this is the most important part of the show. Yeah, I think so. Because it's the part where we get to heal. Working on your solar plex energy so you can release anything that you're not feeling worthy of, or you don't feel valuable, or you don't appreciate it, or you're just not trusting your journey. Because that's a big one. If you're not trusting your journey, you're always going to be questioning it, and that delays your transformation. I shared an affirmation for you about the transformation, so please remember to go back and listen to that. That 1-8 energy is your 9 vibration. That is about letting things go. That's about the higher learning and the truth telling that we must get in the habit of doing. So that's our card for today. I want to dive right into our conversation for today. Again, the title for today's show is Appreciation, Success, Fame. And that's what the season of Capricorn is all about. The entire season from going back into January, December, I lost my train of thought. December 22nd, yes, December 22nd, right through January 21st is Capricorn season where the sun is in Capricorn. And I've already explained to you the whole concept of what the sun's energy is about. I explained what the ascending energy is about, and the moon's energy is about how we feel. Based on day to day, the moon rotates every 2.5 days. So every 2.5 days, the moon is sitting in a different element. It could be sitting in fire, it could be sitting in earth, it could be sitting in air or water. So, and theoretically speaking, I did not even look up where the moon is today. So I have absolutely no idea where the moon is because I know it's not sitting in Capricorn. And today's focus is all about Capricorn's energy. As early on this morning, Mars has entered into Capricorn itself. We spoke about that. That's guaranteed success. You'll have that card to play for the entire period right up until February 13th. I want to talk to you about other planets that are currently in Capricorn as we speak. A planet that you are very familiar with because if you followed me in 2023, I spoke about it a lot, which is the planet Pluto. Pluto, if you're not familiar with what Pluto actually does, whether it's in retrograde or not, Pluto is the planet of destruction, the planet of transformation, the planet of endings, the planet of literally helping you destroy what no longer serves your highest purpose. And again, I'm always going to refer to the word as your highest purpose because you may think something is serving you, and then all of a sudden you find that it just fades away, or you go through this challenging time and trying to hold on to something, and at the end of the day you lose it anyway, and that's because it's not really serving your highest purpose of what it is you're here to do. And theoretically, every one of us on this earth is working towards this higher version of who we are. So we're always in this process, as I've said, that transformation. We're always transforming. We're always peeling layers and layers of ourselves and old ways of doing things, because if it no longer serves who we're becoming. Now, if you did follow me through 2023, even going back to 2022, or we can even go back to 2019 for that matter, you definitely know that I have experienced a major transformation, and Pluto has really stepped in, and I'm going to use this word, destroyed the way I did what I did in regards to the soul's work that I do. You know, if you follow me as a holistic personal trainer, my background was very different, and how I work with my clients from then to now is very different, and that's the help of Pluto. Now, Pluto is currently in Capricorn. So when Pluto is in Capricorn, it is really about your soul's work. What is not serving who you are right now and who you're here to become in 2024 will fade away. And I'm sure many of you had an opportunity to see that in 2023, considering the energy that 2023 held was a 7 vibration, which is about our spiritual journey, reviewing, reflecting, bringing more balance into our lives. And now with Pluto in Capricorn until January 21st, that's when Pluto is going to transition out of Capricorn and move into an Aquarius. And that's a different energy in itself, and I'm really excited to share that energy when we get there. But for right now, what Pluto is helping us to do is to really define what our soul's work is, where our achievements are, where are we going to be successful, where is the fame to come up. In fact, funny story, I was going to have a trophy sitting right here next to me so I can show you the trophy of all of my success. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't need to show you a trophy. If you've been following me, you know my success stories in reference to everything that I've experienced. And it is a success story, even though Pluto has literally destroyed what I've done in the last, give and take, 22 years. Now, some of you might be sitting back and say, well, how is that a success story? Well, because it is, because what it is that I did for the last 22 years in my business started fading out, because that's not what it's going to look like going forward. So I encourage you to continue to follow me, because there's going to be so much more coming in as Pluto transitions out of Capricorn. So I myself am still sitting at the edge of my chair, really getting a better idea and understanding to what Pluto is actually really doing in Capricorn for me. Now, I also want you to pay attention when you are looking at your own personal natal chart, is to pay attention to what house Pluto is in. Now, I'm going to grab something that I did not think to grab before, but I have it right here, so it's in arm's reach. When I speak about the houses, when we talk about astrology, astrology has specific houses on your chart. And the house itself plays a theme to what is actually taking place based on the planet itself or whatever sign. Now, on your specific chart, you may not have Capricorn in Pluto in your chart. It may be something different. The Pluto in Capricorn is the collective energy, which means every one of us are affected by this energy that Pluto is in Capricorn by now. Now, for those of you who happen to have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or ascending sign, you guys are really going to feel this energy more so than those of us who don't. Now, also the opposition of that is paying attention to if you have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, or ascending sign, because that's the opposition sign, which I happen to. I have a Cancer ascending sign. So this Pluto in Capricorn, or any of the other planets for that matter, it's definitely going to affect me as well. So pay attention to that. So you may be thinking to yourself, okay, well, this doesn't affect me because I'm not a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or ascending. Maybe you're a Cancer. And if so, then it's going to affect you just as much as Capricorn. And it's also going to affect everybody else, whether you have Capricorn and Cancer in your major signs. or not, because we all have the 10th house energy in our chart somewhere, and that's what Capricorn is associated with, the 10th house energy. So take a peek, as I always say, take a peek at where Pluto is in your chart, where Capricorn is, and what's in your 10th house. Those three energies are going to give you a theme to what Pluto is actually going to help you with during the season in Capricorn. Now, I also want to go ahead and share with you that, again, as I mentioned, the sun is in Capricorn right now as well, right until about June 21st, 22nd, depending on the timeline. So whatever your sun sign is, pay attention to what house that's in. So my sun sign happens to be in the ninth house energy. And what does that mean for me? That means it's about my higher wisdom. It's about my truth telling. It's about traveling, for that matter, whether it's my sleep state or my awake state. So again, when we bring these pieces together to tell the story, it is about what is still in the process of being transformed, so I can step into my higher calling, shall we say. Now, the next planets I like to chat with you about that are not in Capricorn just yet, but they're on their way, and they're just as important as the planets that are in Capricorn right now. So the other two, just want to make sure I have it right. Yes, the other two planets that are getting ready to transition into Capricorn, we have Mercury that's going to transition into Capricorn on January 13th and stay there till February 20th. Write that down. That's a biggie. Mercury is the communication. So in regards to it being in Capricorn, we already know Capricorn's about your soul's work. It's about your success. It's about your accomplishments. It's about your achievements. During that period of time, that is a great time for you to, if you work for a company, that's a great time to sit down with your boss and ask for that promotion. If you're an entrepreneur, that's a perfect time, if you haven't done it already, to really sit and review whatever packages you have, whatever your rates are, because that's a perfect time for you to start raising your rates. It's also a perfect time to really put out those new promotions so you can bring in the new clientele that you're looking to attract during that period, January 13th right through February 20th. So that's a great time for that. And especially depending, again, where do you have Mercury on your chart? What house is Mercury in? That's going to play a role as well. For me, I have Mercury in my, oh my goodness, in my 8th house. So again, that 8th house energy is about that transformation. So again, more transformation coming in for me. How I am transforming what it is I'm teaching, what it is the clients I'm working with. So there's so much going on behind the scenes, and this is why I shared this with you. The next planet that's going to get ready to start its transition into Capricorn is Venus. That's going to happen on January 20th, and Venus will stay in Capricorn until February 16th. So Venus, if you're not sure what Venus is about, Venus is the planet of beauty, love, relationship, and here's the biggie, money. Money, 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 money. So yes, so again, another opportunity that you're going to have in reference to really stepping it up and calling in the advancements, calling in the raises, calling in that higher prosperity, so to speak. This is an opportunity, again, that transformation. This is really a good season. January is an amazing season for every one of us to really step it up and move into that space in regards to getting success, recognizing your fame, and being appreciated. So again, anytime a boss appreciates an employer, the boss is going to appreciate the employer by possibly giving a raise. The same way you may very well find that you work with a client that appreciates you so well. The best way for clients to show their appreciation is referrals, referring their friends and family to you. So this is a perfect time. Just want to take a peek. I see that we have Net watching, so hello. And Anne is still with us, so yes. Please share this out. And again, if you happen to know your sun, moon, and rising sign, or rising sign, Put that in the comments. I would love to know how many Capricorns and how many Cancers are watching. And remember, this is not just for Capricorns and Cancers. This is for everybody. Everybody is going to be influenced by this season that we're in. And every season is just going to get better and better and better. Anyway, so we really think about it. We currently have Sun, Pluto, and as of right now, Mars, because that entered today, 3 planets sitting in Capricorn energy for us. And then as we move into the middle of January, of course, the Sun will be transitioning out of Capricorn along with Pluto, because they actually transition out of Capricorn at pretty much the same time, theoretically speaking, and that itself is a big energy. And I'll come back and talk about that at a different time, because that's going to take a lot more information. In addition to, as the Sun and Pluto transitions out of Capricorn, we're still going to have 3 planets sitting in that Capricorn energy right through February. So again, this is definitely a perfect time to really sit there and ask how you can benefit from this. Where do you want to be appreciated? How do you want to pull in that success, and how do you want to celebrate your fame? Excuse me. I'm just going to grab a sip of water. Okay, Natalie says, I believe I know you. Natalie, I'm not sure. So Natalie, if you know me, let me know how you know me. Anyway, so continuing on, because I want to continue enlightening you with such information as there's a lot to be said here. So I'm going to move on now that you have an understanding of what planets are sitting in Capricorn and how they are helping you. Now, and I did go over, again, Mars is about taking action. Mars is about the energy behind the things you're looking to do. Venus is about beauty, love, relationships, and of course, money. It's how you value all of that. And that's going to play a big role. And a big part of this, in reference to really benefiting from this energy, is to do the healing work. So if there are any wounds that you're carrying from the younger version of yourself, you may want to work on clearing those wounds. So this way here, you can really benefit on this season that we have going. And then, of course, Mercury is about communication. And the more I'm talking, the more my voice is becoming hoarse. Holy Christmas trees. Anyway, so that is the energy that we're holding, and this is a magnificent energy. I like to call it, there's going to be a lot of miracles that come through during the season. So if you want to use my word for the month of January, feel free to. The word is miracles. So I also want to tap into some additional information to help you out during this whole process of Capricorn season. When we talk about Capricorn and the self, Capricorn is associated with your root chakra. Every zodiac sign and every planet is associated with a specific chakra. So because we are speaking about Capricorn, just want to let you know, so you know that Capricorn is about your root chakra. Your root chakra is associated right down at your tailbone. And it is the chakra that's associated with the age of 0 to 7 years old. It's also the chakra that when you are feeling supported, you're going to feel grounded, you're going to be focused, you're going to be stabilized, and you're going to be very productive when your root chakra is actually balanced and flowing with ease. Now, if there are any wounds associated with that 0 to 7 years old, this is the time to do that work so you can clear that energy out, so you can have your root chakra feeling alive and ready to go. And how do you know if your root chakra is not balanced, or maybe stuck or stagnant for that matter? Here are 4 ways you can know, and there's so many more, but I only chose 4 to work with you for now. Not being forgiving. So if there's somebody out there that you're having a challenging time with, and you're choosing not to forgive the situation, check in on your root chakra. Not focus. If you're all over the place, you're distracted, and you're focusing on all the things that's going wrong in your life, theoretically speaking, check in on your root chakra. If you're experiencing back pain or discomfort in your back, check in on your root chakra. And last but not least, and this one's interesting, if you're experiencing constipation, when we think about constipation, the metaphysical form of constipation means you feel stuck. Check in on your root chakra. These are all real simple ways of knowing whether or not your root chakra is flowing with ease. And as I said, if your root chakra is flowing with ease, it means you're focused. It means you feel supported. You're balanced, meaning that your yin and yang energy is just moving with joy, and you're just on top of the world right now. So really make that connection with your root chakra to make sure that it is not sluggish or blocked, for that matter. And it is a daily work. It's not something you're going to do just once and that's it, because all of our chakras throughout the day, depending on the different people we connect with, can get a little sluggish. So it's so important to connect with your root chakra. You might be asking yourself, well, how do I work on healing my root chakra so it can flow with ease? Well, for one, like I said, any of those things that you got going on, pay attention to it. Another easy way to get upon doing the work of forgiving, focusing on what is working as opposed to what's not working, and really doing those stretches to help your back. Ideally, get out into nature. That's the really best way to connect with the earth and allow your root chakra to get more stabilized. Get out into nature. And another fun one is either sit your behind in the grass or get your back up against a tree. Those are great ways to actually help to get your root chakra going, but you have to do the internal work in order to release whatever energies you're holding on to from your childhood, from the age of 0 to 7 years old. And I know it might take a little work for you to really understand and know, well, what was going on in my life at that time? I don't remember. That's sometimes where I come into play and I can help and support you. I have some amazing, amazing, amazing tools that I can help you activate that energy to really understand where it's coming from and to quickly resolve it and heal from it, so you don't have to spend days and weeks and months working on that energy. Because you don't want to spend days, weeks, and months of working on that energy and miss out on this Capricorn season, right? I wouldn't want to anyway. So again, going back to the root chakra, working on the root chakra is going to help you with mental clarity and also bring your physical well-being back to balance. So it's so important to work on the root chakra. So let's see what else I want to share with you based on this amazing energy as well before we end up taking a commercial break. Before we do that, I also want to bring to your awareness when we talk about Capricorn energy in itself. Capricorn rules your knees. So if you are experiencing knee stiffness, or your knees are feeling a little sore, maybe an injury is flaring up, it could very much be because there's something in your natal chart that has very strong energy to Capricorn. That's something you want to pay attention to. Also, the metaphysical point of your knees is where are you not being flexible? Because think about your knees. Your knees are allowing you to bend. And if you're being too rigid about something, or you're not seeing someone else's point of view about something, your knees might very well be telling you just that, to like, okay, you know what? How about you let up on this a little bit and see a different side to the situation, as opposed to thinking your side is the only way to go about this. So that's that Capricorn energy as well. In addition to, Capricorn is associated with your skeletal system and your joints as well. So as I always like to say, the best thing you can do for your body to keep your body from getting stiff is making sure you're in motion. Move your body daily, every single day, minimum of 15 minutes a day, just to keep your joints fluid and make sure you're staying hydrated as well. So with that being said, just want to check out more notes here that I do have for us, for me, keeping me on track as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a commercial break, but before we do, there's a flyer there. So again, if you have questions, if you want to schedule yourself a self-growth discovery session or reading, feel free to scan that QR code. If you happen to be listening as opposed to watching, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. We'll take that break, and I'm going to come back and share more with you about this Capricorn energy. I'm also going to read the comments while I'm on the commercial break. I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kitty Foss.
And I'm Amy J.
And we're Intuition of the Soul. We are a Facebook and YouTube group that has created a sacred spiritual place to look at your spiritual practices.
And there's too much to tell you about what we do, but let me tell you, we have weekly activities, we have monthly activities, and you are not going to want to miss our spiritual practitioner series. So join us on Intuition of the Soul.
Aloha.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I'm super excited to be here with you today on the first Thursday of January, first Thursday of the year. And again, if you did miss this portion of the episode, feel free to know you can always go back later and watch from the beginning on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, or you can go ahead and listen on Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio for that matter. Anyway, there's so much to go on. So I was reading some of the comments, and Natalie is insisting that I know her from work in Flushing. So I'm gonna have to sit on that because I'm not quite remembering, but I will remember. So you mentioned that it was when I worked in Roosevelt and Genevieve. So that was Living Well Lady back in then. But I'm not getting the names. My apologies. Maybe a picture. Maybe you can message me a picture of you and perhaps I'll remember you at that point. Anyhow, so as we were on commercial break, I was looking up some information because, like I said, this energy that we have with Capricorn season, the opposite position sign of Capricorn is Cancer. So I did want to give you some insight regarding the Cancer energy as well. The chakra that is associated with Cancer is your third eye. The third eye energy, which is about your sensitivity, being an empath, being compassionate, being kind, being nurturing, and sometimes even being a homebody for that matter, because you're so sensitive that you really don't want to get out there too much. I know that's definitely me. Since moving and working from home, that when I do get out there, it is sometimes a little overwhelming with all that energy that's out there. So pay attention to the energies that you might be picking up when you go out. In addition to Cancer, the body part that's associated with Cancer, there's three, and that's the breast, the stomach, and the chest. So I want to talk a little bit about the stomach and chest for right now. When you talk about the stomach is your solar plex energy, which is about trusting the process. So when you think about the third eye, you think about the solar plex, it's like two doorways that allows you to tap into your intuition and really see your visions. So to trust that. And I know firsthand from many Cancers that I do work with, that many of them, when they are in that space of feeling overwhelmed or very sensitive, when there is a lot of energy going on, they do have stomach issues. So pay attention that if you are experiencing stomach issues and they show up just unexpectedly, it's probably more related to the energies that's going on collectively than it is anything else. Now, as humans, right off the bat, we're going to probably like evaluate, like, okay, what did I eat within the last 24 hours? Did I eat something that maybe I shouldn't have, or did I eat too late? And of course, go through that process too, because sometimes when the energy is the way it is, sometimes we will grab food that is a little bit out of our norm because of all the different energies that's going on, because it all plays a role if you didn't know that. Then in addition to, when we talk about the chest, well, let's talk about the chest in reference to, as a Cancer, you're nurturing and you're connected to family and home. And that could be literally about the matters of the heart as well. So pay attention to that as well. So if you are experiencing, let's say, tightness in the chest, which may, some of you may refer to as well anxiousness or anxiety or whatever, pay attention to it. Pay attention to, again, what is the energy? And we do have a lot of energy. Other thing I want to bring to the table, again, as I mentioned before, take a look at your natal chart. Pay attention to what houses you have, what's going on in your 10th house, which is associated with Capricorn, your 4th house, which is associated with Cancer. And then also pay attention to where you do have Capricorn and you do have Cancer on your chart. And then pay attention to all those other planets that I just spoke about. So again, I'm going to run through it all. And I do highly recommend that you do come back, pen to paper, and jot this all down so you don't have to sit here trying to remember it all. So there are 5 planets that either are in or will be in Capricorn energy. So I'm gonna speak about the planets that are in Capricorn right now, and then I'm gonna speak about the planets that are gonna be in Capricorn. So again, we have the sun. So pay attention to your sun sign. Your sun sign is your birth sign. So pay attention to what house that's in. Then we also have Pluto. Pluto, the planet of transformation, such as our cards energy. Pay attention to what house that's in. Now for me, I happen to have Pluto in my 3rd house, which is about communication. So that means right off the back, that's a big message for me to pay attention to when Mercury enters Capricorn on January 13th, because it is about how I'm communicating, what it is I'm communicating, what it is I want to share with all of you, how it is I want to teach, because that's a big part of my energy for 2024 and going forward. As the holistic integrative teacher, I'm integrating all these new ways for you to get to know who you are on a soul level. So pay attention to that and pay attention to where Pluto is. What house is it on your chart? All right, and as of today, Mars has entered Capricorn. So pay attention to where Mars is on your chart. I have Mars in my 10th house. So that, again, very much associated with the Capricorn energy. It's about having the energy, lighting the fire within me. Literally, and I'm hoping I can curse on the show. Literally, lighting the fire up my ass is really what it is. It's getting my ass going, getting me going, giving me the energy to being that energizing bunny, so to speak, because there's things I have to do, there's things I need to do, there's things I want to do, there's things I get to do, and that's that Mars energy. So those are the 3 planets that are in Capricorn as we speak. And then looking at Venus, where is Venus on your chart? For me, I have Venus again in my 9th house because it shares a space with my sun sign. So it is about my higher learning. It is, Anne is saying, laugh out loud. Yes, laugh out loud. It is about higher learning. It is about my truth telling. It's about me coming here and sharing the truth with you and not sugarcoating anything, because I don't want to do that for you. I want to share the truth with you so you can better understand who you are and who you're becoming on a soul level. So that's where Venus is for me. And I already talked to you about where Mercury is. Did I say where Mercury was? Yes, Mercury's in my 8th house energy, which is about the transformation. So if you knew where either all these planets were and these zodiac signs are Capricorn and Cancer is on your chart, and what's sitting in your 10th and 4th house, and bring all this together, you'll have a beautiful story. And you would be able to navigate through this season that we are in. And one of the things that I do for those who are interested is I help you create that navigation system by having an astro report, a monthly report for that matter, so you can know exactly how to utilize this amazing energy. Now, I always tell myself that I need to get a graphic up here so you can actually see what this chart looks like. I promise you, when I come on the show, whether it's the 3rd Thursday or maybe the first Thursday in February, I will have an actual chart up there so you can actually get to see it. Because if I hold it like this, you really don't get to see that so well. But that's a natal chart, and all the stuff that's in here gives you information about who you are and the soul level. So again, just to recap, just in case you missed it, if your chakras are out of alignment based on your root chakra, it's about not forgiving, not focused, experiencing back pain or discomfort or constipation. Now, if your third eye is not working clearly, what happens when your third eye is blocked or stagnant? Well, vision gets impaired. Your eyes tend to water. You tend to see blurriness. Those are all signs that your third eye may very well be blocked. You may experience twitching. You may experience glare. Now, all of that is true if your third eye is starting to open, where you'll get blurriness, you'll get twitching, your eyes may tear. So that one's a little complicated to really understand. Well, is it blocked or is it opening? Because the symptoms are the same for either way. So again, that's where I come into play, and I can help you navigate to how to really work on your chakra system so you can actually work from within to benefit from this amazing energy. So I'm just glancing through my notes one more time just to make sure I'm where I need to be and keeping me on track as well. I'm just looking at the comments here. And again, keep commenting. I love these comments. Okay. Yes. All right. So again, in the comments, let me know if you happen to know your sun, moon, or rising. And if you are a Cancer or Capricorn, I would really love to know that, because this energy is very strong for you guys. As I always say, anytime we have multiple planets in the same sign, such as what we have now, we have literally 3 planets in Capricorn right now, and we will continue to have 3 planets, just a transition of planets in Capricorn. That just means there's a lot of work that's going on in that sign. And yes, those of you who are Capricorns are definitely going to feel this energy a lot more than someone that may have, let's say, Pisces, or maybe an Aries, or maybe a Taurus. Another thing I want to bring to the table as well is that I want you to pay attention to. The ruling planet for Capricorn is Saturn, because Saturn's about your structure. So that's another thing I want you to pay attention to is Saturn. Where is Saturn on your chart? Now, I happen to have Saturn on my chart. Saturn. I have Saturn in, would you believe it if I told you I have Saturn in the 10th house, and it's associated with Taurus. So it's about relationships again, and that 10th house keeps showing up for me. Saturn is the planet of structure. It's your foundation. And it's in being that it's the ruler of Capricorn, it's literally restructuring the work that you're here to do. Now, let's talk about Cancer for a second, very quickly. The planet that rules Cancer is the moon. So where is your moon sign? What house is your moon in? I happen to have an Aquarius moon, and which is why it's exciting me so much when all this energy is going to be shifting to Aquarius next. For me, I have the moon in my 7th house energy. So 7th house is about balance. 7th house is about relationships as well. It's about harmony, and it's about how I value. And when we talk about the moon's energy, it's how I feel about all of that. So again, once again, when you take all these little pieces and bring them together, you can understand how to navigate through this. So again, for anyone who's interested in getting an astro report, a monthly astro report, all you need to do, and there's a flyer there, all you need to do is go ahead and email me, healingwithin76@gmail.com. You can scan that QR code while it's there. Schedule an appointment so you can get your own very astro report. And I have a variety of different packages that you can take advantage of. I highly recommend getting an astro report every month. This way here it can really help you out. I am still currently offering the 12 card yearly report as well, where you'll get 12 cards. Each card's going to represent a month, and that will also help you out in reference to planning out your entire year. Now, if you don't want to go as far as the year, you can do this. You could do 6 months as well. Either way, just reach out to me. So this way here, you can learn to navigate and put all these pieces together so you can really, really reap the benefits of everything that is going on in this season. as this is a fun season. It's about your achievements, success, and fame. So all that being said, I am going to take a quick commercial break again, and then I'm going to come back with the conclusion of today's show. Hello and welcome. I'm Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your holistic integrative teacher, licensed personal trainer, Reiki master, published author, and card creator. Let me take you down a path of direct communication with the physical body in order to become more aware and in sync with your soul. I will help you to observe and understand the language of the body as it regards to the needs of the soul. Join me on this journey of great expansion and a unique experience. I will help you integrate your mind, body, and soul as you move forward on your journey. For questions, readings, and self-growth discovery session, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, well, you missed a great show. Anyhow, you can always go back and watch again on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV. You can listen on Spotify, Audible, and iHeartRadio. And those of you who don't know who I am, I'm the host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. It was an exciting show of sharing all about Capricorn season. The title of today's show was all about appreciation, success, and fame. And that's exactly what Capricorn season is all about. This is your time to really zoom in on all the success that's going to come your way. With Mars, as of today, entering into Capricorn, you've got guaranteed success. There's no way you're not going to have success in this season. Anyway, want to dive in and just let you all know that, of course, most of my partners have some amazing promos for each and every one of you. There is a flyer for each. We have Joe Monkman, who is the practitioner, the host of Spirit Messages. He's got a 6-week series that's actually in effect as we speak. Feel free to reach out to him. And then we also have Kitty Woodaway Fox, who is the host of Intuition of the Soul, who's got amazing, amazing things coming in. So feel free to reach out to her and see what she has going on, and that might benefit you as well. And she's also got a free group, so join that group as well. Then last but not least, me. Come join me on Saturday at 8 p.m., this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as I'm going to be sharing with you the 12-card spread based on what we talked about today, success, fame, and action. Because remember, again, there is always going to be required action so you can receive success and fame. So it's not just going to fall out of the sky. You do have to take action. And having a 12-card spread gives you some insight to what chakra you may need to work on. You'll get affirmations to play with, and you'll also have some numbers that's going to connect you between your personal energy, your number, and of course, astrology as well. So there's so much to learn during that time. So again, join me on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Success, Fame, and Action. All that being said, if you did not catch the most recent show, the last show in 2023, where I had Tammy Moses on, feel free to go and check her out. She had an amazing conversation. We had an amazing conversation about bringing more ease into the emergency room. So please go and check her out. And again, by now you know the platforms: Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV. You can listen, Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio. All right, guys, I will be back here the third Thursday of this month, and I will have an amazing guest with me. And I always want to leave you at the edge of your chair for that. Remember, your word is transformation. Work on your solar plexus so you can clear any energies that's causing you not to trust your journey, and let go of anything that does not serve your highest purpose so you can reap the benefits of appreciation, success, and fame during this amazing Capricorn season. Until next time, bye-bye for now.